When it comes to lane hogging, many people have completely the wrong idea. Much like overtaking on the left, actually many drivers don't really know what they're talking about. At the end of this video, do give me your opinion on a clip that I play and tell me whether you think I'm lane hogging or not. Tell me I'm lane hogging. I dare you. Now have a look at this clip. If you think the Porsche is lane hogging, you are probably one of these people that don't get it. If you think this van's actions are stupid, you are correct. And if you think the Porsche is a little bit childish for how they respond to the van's actions, you're bang on again. When this clip hit the dashcam group, I just had to see the comments, and of course I was not disappointed. Gems like the van was driving fine, Porsche is lane hogging. And of course loads of zombie drivers agreeing with Tony like he's the highway code's chosen one. There were plenty of Tonys and actually only a few people that did understand the situation. So let's break it down. If we pause the video right at the point where the van decides to sneakily get back into lane 3, we can see that actually the motorway or dual carriageway is proceeding as intended. You have a heavy vehicle in lane 1, you have vehicles overtaking that heavy in lane 2, and then you have people slowly overtaking lane 2 in lane 3. And here's the key, in front of the Porsche is another vehicle. So no, they are not lane hogging. That is exactly how a motorway or a 3-lane dual carriageway should be flowing. And here's the thing that some people just don't seem to be able to grasp. Lane 1 is generally going to flow in the normal speed of things at around about 55 to 60 miles per hour. Then in lane 2, you'll have people overtaking those vehicles at usually between about 65 and 70 miles an hour. And then in lane 3, you will have the people overtaking slowly those vehicles, flowing at around between 70 to 80 for those that think that speed limits are just advisory. So if I'm in lane 3 and we're all gradually overtaking the traffic in lane 2, that's not lane hogging. A lane hogger is someone like this. Absolutely nobody in front of them, but they refuse to move to the left. So take this blue car sitting in the middle lane for miles. It's a classic. And I, of course, move to the right to overtake them. I see them in good time and I plan. And then this French car, not a soul between them and the port of Calais, and yet they're stubbornly sitting in the middle lane. Perhaps, of course, not aware of our rules, but they should not be just sat in the middle lane here. Now, some people do look at the way I drive and scream lane hogger. If you think the same way, do let me know, because I always need a good laugh. So when I see a heavy vehicle moving into lane 2 ahead of me, I go into what's called planning. I'll follow at a safe distance. If this van cuts lanes without looking, I actually don't care because I've got space. If the heavy slows suddenly, I've got the time to react. That's not lane hogging. That is smart driving. Would it really help me to overtake the van and just sit up the backside of a lorry that I can't see past, or sit alongside the van? That's not safer, it's just impatient. I could sit in lane 1, but it makes zero difference, absolutely none at all. The rolling roadblock is created ahead of me. Now most drivers do get what I'm doing, so if I show you a couple of clips and it's people that catch up in lane 1 and either sit behind in lane 1 or join me in lane 2. And there's nothing wrong with either of those actions. But some don't. Some people think that I am now lane hogging, and they, like this, surprise, surprise, BMW, will overtake on the left and pull back in, taking up the space that I have deliberately left, just for the sake of a few meters. And what do they think now? That they're not lane hogging, but I was. Genuinely amazing. But it's even worse when a heavy does it, and I hate this kind of behaviour. Overtaking on the left, forcing their way in, just signalling, forcing me to drop back and allow the heavy back in. It is the most pointless manoeuvre. It is about as pointless as a pedal-powered wheelchair. Once the slow overtake is complete, I'm just going to end up overtaking that heavy once again. They've got absolutely nowhere. Now think about in this sort of situation what those lane discipline experts actually want you to do. As I catch up to two heavies overtaking, they want me to stay in lane 1. And the next vehicle that catches up should also stay in lane 1 because neither of us are overtaking at that current moment in time. And anyone joining should just sit in lane 1. So essentially, one enormous queue in lane 1. You start to see the problem here with their thinking. We can't all fit into lane 1. I do honestly feel that this online culture on dashcams is breeding very bad driving. And I think it's creating moments like this person in front of me, so determined to come back into the left, they're not actually planning and realizing that actually they're perfectly entitled to stay in lane 2 and continue overtaking. I mean, this person's planning would put General Custer to shame. Compare that clip to one of me where I've overtaken, but I don't move back into the left because first of all, there's a junction, and second of all, I spot some parking. So I keep out to the right, and lo and behold, the camper van wants to join the carriageway and is able to do it because of my planning. So if you're one of these people that are fed up with lane hoggers, there are lane hoggers about, and yes, they are quite annoying. But a lot of the time, there's actually not lane hoggers, and you're just being impatient. Like the BMW earlier, or the heavy that passed me on the inside. Completely missing the point, just like Michael Bay missed the point when he made Pearl Harbor. And if you can name the film, bonus points. Then bullies like this are the very people that scream lane hogger. All they want to do is 80 plus miles an hour and then get frustrated at someone else having the audacity to use the overtaking lane. This is ridiculous driving, and honestly it forced me in earlier than I wanted to be. I really felt like they were going to hit me. So my little tip to people that scream lane hogger all the time is next time you're on a carriageway or a motorway and you think there's lane hoggers, use your Mark 1 eyeball. Look in front of that vehicle. Now, if there's no one in front of them, you might be right. They could be lane hogging. But if they're just following traffic, then actually, is there really a problem? Maybe get back in your box and just follow the flow like the rest of us have to. None of us are entitled to exclusively use the overtaking lanes. We share them. Now, lastly, as promised, give me your opinion on whether you think I'm lane hogging here. So I'm on a dual carriageway and I've just passed an on-slip and then it turns into 3 lanes. Now, in the moment I'm working out my next move, am I going to overtake or move back to the left? You won't believe this. A BMW driver has different ideas. This stops me moving back to the left, and I will bet that this person went past going, "Oh, lane hogger, I'll show him." Listen to what I say in the clip.
It's a chance, mate.
Exactly that. Give me a chance. There is literally no need for him to do this. He clearly could have overtaken on the right and then taken his exit. This sort of maneuver would easily gain you a careless driving charge. So go on, tell me I'm lane hogging. Or, like me, do you see the BMW driver as the problem here?